24 years ago, I was playing drums in a Fleetwood Mac tribute band. The band was called Mirage, a tribute to Fleetwood Mac, and I happily accepted the role of Mick Fleetwood. And we were a pretty good little rock and roll band, not to sound egotistical, but the best Fleetwood Mac tribute band that I've heard so far. And we got together, we got a bunch of songs down. We wound up with a repertoire of like 50 or 60 tunes. And we were doing some gigs here and there, and then we finally got a couple of more upscale gigs. We had done the Stage Bar and Casino at Buffalo Bills in State Line, and we had done the Grand Ballroom at the Riviera Hotel and Casino in Vegas, and a couple gigs like that. So at some point, an offer came through to take this gig that was called Beach Stock. And what Beach Stock was is it was a 2-day festival down in Redondo Beach, and it was all tribute bands. And it went over the 2 nights, and it was actually like right down on the beach. They built the stage there, and the bands would play right out very near the water. It was a really cool gig, actually. And so we accepted the gig, obviously. We knew what it was. And a couple weeks before the gig, we start getting the notifications of, okay, this is what you need, this is what you have to bring with you, this is what we're going to provide, yada, 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 all that kind of stuff. So I'm at the band meeting for that with my buddy Brian, who was my best friend and my drum tech at the time. And so we're sitting there in the meeting, and they get to the part where, we're told, okay, really all you have to bring is guitars, because we're going to have everything else provided. All the amps will be there, the drum kit will be there. You don't have to bring anything else. Now, Brian and I, we'd heard this bullshit before, and so we just kind of look at each other and we're like, bring the kit. So we just kind of settled on, we'll bring the drum kit, and if we need anything, we know we have it. So day of the show, we get there and we go check out the stage, and sure enough, they have all the gear basically on the stage except for the guitars, and it's all brand new. Like, the price tags from Guitar Center were still hanging on the cymbal stands and the amplifiers, brand new 65 twins and stuff like that. So we're looking around, we're checking out the drum kit. It was actually a nice Yamaha kit, so I was totally fine to play on that. They bought the kit, and they did tell me I needed to bring my cymbals, so I had those anyways because we bought my whole kit. But we're checking out, and lo and behold, whoever spent, $1,500 on a brand new Yamaha kit didn't buy a fucking bass drum pedal. So Brian's like, I'll go get it. He goes to the car, he gets the kick drum pedal, the cymbals, and we're all set up, ready to go, right? Do the set, getting off stage, everything's fine. Brian always took care of my stuff. I never needed to touch anything when we were done. Just leave and go get out of my costume. So I'm backstage, getting out of my silk shirt, and I hear this banging, like only one thing in the world sounds like this. Okay, I had this trap case, which was a roller case, a hard shell case that was about 2 foot by 1 foot by 2 feet, and it was on rollers. And that case held all my cymbals and all my hardware and my snare drum. And nothing else in the world sounds like a trap case that's being banged around. So I'm backstage, getting out of my costume, and I hear that thing banging around, and I'm going, what the fuck is going on? Did somebody push my case over or something? So I run out there real quick to find out what's going on. I get out there to basically the side of the stage that's out of view from the audience, but right as you're about to go on to the main stage, and I see Brian there, and he's got the stage manager. He's got this guy bent in half, like bent over, trying to stuff him into my trap case. Yeah, full-grown adult. Brian's trying to stuff this guy into the trap case and figure out what the fuck is going on. So I walk over there, I'm like, hey, Brian, what's up, dude? And he looks at me and goes, oh, this asshole tried to tell me that I had to leave the bass drum pedal here for everybody else to use. And I just let that sink in for a second and went, all right then, continue on. Walked backstage, finished getting out of my costume. My Stevie Nicks singer, Chanel, who was also the band leader and handled all the business, came over. I said, what's going on out there? I said, oh, Brian's having a discussion with the stage manager right now. So it was, it was a funny little story. It's just one of those moments that almost a Spinal Tap moment, but still kind of funny to seeing your best friend and your tech trying to stuff a stage manager into a road case because they had a disagreement over where the bass drum pedal was going to go. It's rock and roll. What can you do?